Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskar. Welcome back to Jal Prayag. Today I'm going to take a completely new topic from whatever I've been taking till now. I'm going to talk some basic concepts about marine insurance. Uh, you might be asking why you should know about marine insurance. The fact is actually the dealing of insurance, the amount of premium, and all the arbitrations and the bargains, whatever, everything happens somewhere in the background team, which I will call as basically the management and owners. Directly, a seafarer is not involved in the exact details, how it is being dealt with. So we are not involved. But as a master or a chief officer, particularly people in the management ranks, and it should include even the chief engineers and second engineers. And that is the reason these topics are there covered in your mate's phase two as well as your ASM. And similarly for the class two and class one engineering courses also. So even though you are not directly involved, please remember you are the representative of the owners. You are trying to take cargo of someone else, a third party. It could be the owners also. So you are actually the custodian. So it is a moral responsibility for you to take care of the ship, the cargo, the crew, and yourself. So when it comes to this case, whenever something goes wrong, you are supposed to know what could be your liabilities, what kind of claims can come over you. So nowadays, the legality is so strong that even a wrong word from your mouth, a wrong sign in a paper, a wrong statement, either whether you made a letter of protest or no, all these could end up in huge claims. So that is how the legality works. So it becomes a very important subject for you as a management student and as well as the juniors also to know at least the basic of marine insurance. So I'm going to take only the basic concept, even though this topic is already covered to you in your subjects. But still, I made this video not with detail. I'm just sticking on to my signature style of putting everything in bullet points. These topics are there for you in BSc final year also, and at the same time, it is repeated for you in mates and your masters. So, knowing the bullet points, knowing the gist of marine insurance, the way I have put it in the PPT, I'm sure it will help you to understand the foundation of the marine insurance. I'll be making more videos on marine insurance later, but right now this is the first one, so I'll stick on to the two important concepts used in marine insurance. And let us start off. As you can see on the slide, I have titled it with H&M and P&I. Both are very, very important concept. It takes a chunk of your liabilities and the claims. This is where it comes. There are although many other insurance types also, different categories. So I will not deal with them, and I'm not going to deal this also in detail. But it's going to be quick bullet points so that you can understand. Okay, what can come within your H&M and P&I. So let us start this. But before I go, I'm going to quickly talk about what do you mean by insurance as a general topic, because insurance never came after you joined the shipping profession. It was there at your home also. It was there on the road also. It was there on some business what you're doing also. It was there everywhere actually before you went to shipping. So I'm going to start with a simple concept using day-to-day life insurance. And then after that, I will try to divert my topic into the marine insurance, which has got a lot of similarities. So let us quickly have a look on this. You have come across life insurance for you, for your family, medical, same thing, vehicle also, and home insurance. So these are some very common terms. I've not added everything, but these things, there is no one today who will say that I don't know these things. So this is there for your everyday life. Now, what is this whole insurance about? It is someone else. It could be a company. It could be anyone. Is trying to cover for your unwanted losses by charging you a small premium. Since this premium is going to come to him from various people, so that is how that whole model works. So he's not going to charge you, let us say, if I have a cover of 1 lakh for me, he's not going to charge you 1 lakh. He's going to charge you a smaller amount. Just for example, I'll give you around 3,000 rupees, 4,000 rupees. So he's going to collect this 3,000, 4,000 rupees from hundreds of people. So that is how his model works. So this is the basic idea about insurance, why someone is ready to take your uh, risk, basically. What are the losses? Losses and the claims could be regarding your life, it could be regarding your health, damage to vehicle or home. So it could be anything. The list is unending. As far as you're ready to pay, you might have heard there are some movie stars and all, they insure their legs, just the legs. Yes, that is a fact. There's a lady, I think, in Hollywood. Her legs are supposed to be very beautiful and attractive. So she has insured only her legs. So if something happens to her legs, she's going to get a claim. So this is how the insurance works. You are ready to pay, they will cover anything for you. But as I've been talking about it, all said and done, insurance is a pure business. It is a business where somebody is trying to take care of your risk for a small amount. So that is how it works. I'm going to categorize this insurance into broadly two areas. That is how you can very easily understand how this insurance works. The first one is your own damage, which means that any claims for damages occurred to yourself and your property. Okay, you can do that. But there's one more which is called third party damage. Now, this third party damages and claims come uh, if you have gone and damaged some unrelated person's property or person itself. So it is life, again, for him also, it's life, health, everything. So these are the broadly divided two categories where majority of the insurance will fall into, whether it's own or third party damage. I'm going to quickly give you, before I go to the marine insurance, a small example, let us say, of a accident involving two cars on the road, which is kind of a daily phenomenon, particularly in the city or anywhere in the highways. It's very, very common. Now, let us assume that there's a person A. He was driving a car. He went collided with an unknown person who was also on the road, and I call it D. Okay. So let us see how things happen. In this collision, please remember, A is going to suffer damage to his own car, but B also has suffered damage to B's car. But let us say A was responsible for that. A was careless and he was responsible for this damage. It happens. So your A's car damage, please remember, will come under your own damage claim, for which you have paid your premium through your insurance company. That means A has taken an insurance. So whatever damage is in your car, it will come under own damage claim from A's insurance. But now let us see what happens to B. Your A's insurer has to compensate for B's car damage also, which comes under third party liability, for which A would have paid premium. So this is how it works. You'll have to pay for him also. Now, if you honestly ask me, nowadays on the road, the law is more emphasizing on third party insurance because They are not bothered whether you're insured for yourself. You can do that. You can say, no, I don't want this, I don't want that. You can choose a lot of things on your own car. If you remember, I'll just give you a small example. Car insurance comes with bumper to bumper also. That means everything right from the plastic and all they will take care. But you don't want to pay so much premium. You can say, no, I don't want all these plastics and all. I want this much. So he can reduce some items. You will say, no, I don't even want this. I want to go basic, just for the sake of having insurance. I don't want to claim later anything. So he can go to the lowest premium possible also. But please remember, you cannot skip a third party premium, because the law says you should have a third party premium, because they don't care whether you claim your damage, but who will pay for the damage you have done on the third party. So it is mandatory by law that you need to put third party premium so as to compensate for that unknown person. Okay. So this is what is the concept of third party. So this third party claim could be damage to B's property, damage to B's health or life also. So accidents can, lives can be lost in accidents. So this is how it works. So this is your basic outlook of an insurance, how the insurance works before you can go to the marine part. Now I'm coming to the marine part. When marine insurance comes, please remember the parties involved, they are multiple. And you might have heard about this. Every voyage you take, it is called a marine adventure. So that is what is the word used in insurance. It is an adventure because you don't know what is going to happen to you tomorrow. So it is an adventure. It's all with suspense. Now, who are the parties? So it is the owner of the ship, the crew, the charterer. Maybe the cargo owner is different, right? Maybe there is a shipper. There's one more person who is a shipper who takes care of shipping. The port is involved where you are going to berth, do the cargo operation. Please remember, all along there is environment involved, and there's a lot of state to local fisheries also, because it's a kind of livelihood. So it is also a kind of party that gets involved in any future claims. It will get involved. I think one of the best uh, example I can give you regarding these local fisheries is your Exxon Valdez. Exxon Valdez, it was more about environment and local fishery, which became a big issue rather than anything else. So that is how the whole Exxon Valdez became so popular and famous. Now here too, even in marine insurance, I have something called own damage and a third party damage also. Here also we have the same concepts. So let us look into the various categories of insurance that is found in marine industry. I have named a few important ones. There could be more. There is more actually, but I'm going to look at only a few names, which is easy to remember. So let us quickly have a look on the categories. The first one I'm giving importance is hull and machinery. Second could be a war insurance in case you are going to a war zone. There's loss of profit for your cargo or your investment. There's freight demurrage insurance, strike in case it goes on strike. Detention, your vessel could be they can detain your vessel. And I marked the seventh one as third-party liabilities. Now, if you look at this list, I've highlighted only H&M and the third party because that is where I'm going to give you a little bit more insight. The rest of the five insurance which are in between, which I have not highlighted, please remember I'm not going to talk about it now. Maybe in future. Insurance itself is a very vast and huge topic. It can go on and on. So I'm going to stick on to what is the most basic you need to understand about insurance. Okay. Let me go to hull and machinery. Let us see what all it can handle and it is going to cover. This will cover the ship itself, its machinery and equipment. Now that could be your propulsion, cargo gear, navigation gear, whatever it is, everything which is involved on your ship. But at the same time, it also covers ships contribution, sorry, to a general average. Okay, general average is one more big topic. I'm not taking that, and any salvage involved, and then there is a liability for damage to another ship involved in collision. But if you look at the blue highlighted bracket version I have written, there is a limitation to this. I'm not going to talk about those limitations. Maybe in the coming modules, if I make one more, I will take an example and tell you there are some clauses for this limitation in your H&M. So we'll talk about that. Okay. So this is what is H&M. Let us go to third party. Third party actually has got a lot of stakes. Third party stakes are much more than your H&M. So let us look at the third party because that is also a very important aspect in marine insurance. Now, why do you need this third party? Because the H&M will not cover these aspects, or sometimes maybe cover only partially depending on what deal you have done with your H&M. There are some limitations, clauses and all. I'm not. So it could be no or partial coverage. And who is going to help the ship in terms of third party liability? And this is where an organization or a club called Protection and Indemnity Club, which we call it P&I Club, comes into picture. So let us see what is quickly and shortly what is this P&I Club. Right? So P&I Club, basically, if you ask me, is a club formed by your ship owners, or it could be managers also. It is an association of ship owners whereby everyone contributes to some fund, and this pooled money in that fund will be used when any particular member has claims to be settled. So it is just like in you form a housing association and you start pooling in money. So whenever you have any issues, common issues, or let us say a particular person has got issues for a larger cause, so people can use that money. And similarly, maybe next time someone else will have problems that he will use. So you are trying to help each other. That is what is the whole P&I club. So this P&I club, what kind of claims do they handle? I told you the gambit of P&I club is much more than your H&M. So let us quickly look at these third-party claims. Okay, so P&I clubs are owned mutually by the members because the owners are the members itself. Now, there could be a very small group, let us say within a country like India, we have small group of owners. There are a lot of Indian owners, so they can form a small group. They can help each other. But it is not limited to that. You can have groups of these small groups from various countries. Let us say Europe. Let us say UK has got its own group. Then France has got its own. Belgium has got its own. They may come combinedly together. So it is a group of small groups also forming a larger international group. So there are many large international groups also. I'm not going into the list right now. So it is possible to have this. Okay. Normally, they are non-profit making organizations, but please remember, it is possible that some P&I clubs who are management companies also, they can do for profit. So nobody is stopping them. But majority, it is a non-profit organization. It is possible they can do it for profit. What kind of claims do the P&I clubs cover? So let us, first I'm going to give you a very broad category, then I'll give you some specific examples. So let us look at the broad category. It could be vessel related, cargo related, salvage related, mobilization of seafarers, letter of indemnity, operation based, environment based also, MLC based, and the last one, which is most recent, is a COVID based. So these and all are some broad categories of P&I cover. I'm going to give you some specific examples. Let us quickly look at some specific examples. It could be a collision, wreck removal of a vessel, unrecoverable salvage contributions, scopic, cargo claims, damage to cargo, container loss overboard, unrecoverable GA contributions, general average contributions. Let us say you damaged the property of a dock or a port, you pollution and environment damage. Say your vessel was fined because of some violation, could be customary towage, drugs related, custom fines related, injury, illness, or death of a seaman, which is your crew repatriation also, injury, illness, or death of a pilot, stevedore, or a passenger who is a third party. You would have stowaway and refugee also. There's a crew wage dispute, yes, that is also taken care of. And as I said, the last one was COVID cover and vaccination. Even that is taken care of by TMI if you have any claims. So this slide gets us to the end of this particular presentation. I hope it was simple, basic, and easy to understand the foundation of marine insurance. As I said, I will be making more videos. Some of the videos might be some examples of calculations also, which might help you in exams. But more than the exams, right now my aim is the basic knowledge of insurance before you start reading in detail. So this module will help you to understand the concept and then go through. After this, what you have to do is you have to go into the books, and so I'll try to keep most of the videos as usual, basics and foundation. I hope this was helpful for you, particularly maybe the BSc third year boys also, and the senior candidates as well. I'll catch you soon with the next video whenever it comes. Till then, vanakkam, namaste, namaskar.